be streaming. So if you would like to hop over there.
Yeah, I won't be streaming today myself.
Alright.
Starring Steph Curry.
Gosh, loud.
Click, 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 click.
I'll be right back in just a minute.
Okay.
What the heck is this commercial?
No idea.
Where's the
It's like-
stream at?
Twitch TV or twitch.tv/oakstaff. It's a Avengers thing, but they're showing a freaking. It's a commercial for a razor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting. And it's one from my favorite staff with 2 F's. Because I could spell.
Well, I'm a dwarf
what is
and I
it?
can dig a hole.
Twitch.tv.
Twitch.tv.
Oh, it's not what you said.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright. Let me know when you guys can see where I'm at.
I can see.
it.
You're in your room.
Hey, babe.
Hmm.
Where's the second page to this?
We only had one.
Okay. I'm making some copies of these then.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's what I came up with. Let me see.
It's fine.
It only has one. The bottom that's cut off is other proficiency in languages, equipment, and feature and traits. That's it. That's what those parts are.
Okay.
So it just cut off on the printer.
And remember, you don't have to have a character sheet to play. You just have to know the information. So some people make their characters on blank pieces of paper, and that is perfectly fine.
They're both pipe fingers. Old Batman. Hot Scarlet.
Where is that? It's a name generator.
Matt Whitehouse.
Wow, Trin, I looked over at the Roll20 spot, and I was like, oh, she lagged out. It's just her picture. And then you moved, and it scared the crap out of me.
I'm looking at a name generator trying to find one.
All right. So you guys can see where I'm at, though, on my character sheet here?
Yeah.
Yep. So these 8s here, What I usually do is that, on the side over here, if I have a piece of paper, I will write the numbers and do the math as I go. Since I don't have that ability on here, I'm going to do the math in here, but that's not typically where I do it. I just do it on the side or on a post-it note, right?
Go to the. Oh wait. I'm trying to get her there. She's been eating.
There it is. Aha.
I can go there and see what's going on.
So we start with 8 points and everything, right? If we spent 2 points and everything, that would take 12 of our points, but give us 10s. Now, in previous editions, it's been stated, in this one it's not stated, I think it's just understood, that a commoner has about a 10 in every stat. So you're special because you are better than the commoners, right? You're a hero. So the 8 represents when you're clumsy, if it's in dex, or if you're a little weak, if it's in strength, if you get sick often. So if you are rude or have a giant mole in the middle of your eyes, maybe that's why your charisma's low. Your wisdom might be low if you are ditzy. Your intelligence might be low if you met people late or never did well in school, or maybe you're just naturally kind of not that intelligent. Half-orcs are typically portrayed as not that intelligent. Racist. But anyways, so you have 27 points. I'm going to put my math total at the top, and then I'm going to change my stats to match. So Zan is going to say spend points to get 15. So he's going to spend 9 points, and he's going to get a 15. Because he has a racial from his Dragonborn, it becomes a 16. Make sense? Does not change how much it costs.
Right on.
So it costs 9. Now, if he wanted to do the same thing, he could spend 9 here. He would get a 17 strength. If he spent 7 here, he would get a 16 strength because of his plus 2. Makes sense? So 7 points is enough to buy 14. Then the plus 2 from being a Dragonborn would give him 16. Now he's a sorcerer, so he probably doesn't want that many. Unless he's planning on fighting in melee. Kay, you want a high dexterity and a high wisdom. Luckily for you, Wood Elf gives both. So if you want a 16 in both, you can by taking a 15, which is 9 points here in wisdom, and then 14, which is 7 points here. And then because you're plus 2 in dex, it'll become a 16. Because of your plus 1 in wisdom, it'll become a 16. Now, for K, if you count that, your 9 here and 7 here is 16 of your 27 points, leaving you with 11 points. Make sense? Okay. So then you can change. I usually personally try to get rid of all my 8s, unless if I'm playing a spellcaster, I'm usually going to be okay with my strength being bad. If I'm a rogue, or if I'm someone who just doesn't talk a lot, I might be okay with my charisma being low. My dwarf fighter doesn't have any charisma. He just beats stuff up. He doesn't talk. He gets answers by smashing stuff. So if Kay, you might have a low charisma because your character literally was raised by wolves. She just may not understand people at all. Animal handling, I'm going to zoom in over here, is a wisdom skill. So as long as you have a decent wisdom, you'll be able to communicate and deal with animals. Make sense? Is that a yes?
Yeah, so
I'll wait for it to catch up.
Oh, is it behind on the stream?
Yeah, it's just not getting to the animal handling.
I gotcha. Ooh. Okay, are we caught up?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing everyone can do is spend their points until they have a little bit left. So Kay has 11. If she got rid of all of her negatives and she got to a 10 and everything, 2, 2, 2, and 2, and just went with that. That means that she spent 2, 4, 6, 8 more points, leaving her with 3, right? Now that means that you can have a 13 in one of your other stats, or if you wanted to ditch one of them, like let your strength or your charisma be lower, you might have a 5 to add somewhere else, 5 points to spend elsewhere. But you can, as long as you've got your primary stats with pre-gens like this, with point buy, I say leave them for a second. Go through a little bit of your character creation and then decide where you want those last few points to be. Because you, with this style of building a character, you kind of have to think a couple steps ahead of what you will be able to do. Alright? So the next thing we're going to do is everyone gets a +2